Have you ever felt overwhelmed by life? Deadlines piling up, arguments you didn't want, unexpected disappointments that leave you feeling drained. And yet, have you ever wondered if peace isn't something the world grants you, but something you build yourself? What if, instead of waiting for circumstances to align or the world to change, you could find a way to navigate life's changes? Not by controlling the world, but by mastering yourself? Today, we journey into the heart of Stoicism, an ancient philosophy that offers a path to peace and strength, not by changing the world, but by transforming how we relate to it. Welcome to the Art of Reflection, and together we'll explore the Stoic life. Stoicism is a school of philosophy that emerged in Athens around 300 BC, founded by Zeno of Citium. Unlike many of the great philosophers of the time who taught in lofty, exclusive halls, Zeno taught in a public space, the Stoa Poikile, the painted porch, where anyone can join in and hear his wisdom. At its core, Stoicism teaches a powerful yet challenging lesson. The only thing truly under our control is our mind, our judgments, values, and choices. Everything else, wealth, health, reputation, lies outside of our control. This is a hard truth to accept, but also one thing that brings immense freedom. Because if happiness depends only on ourselves, no external misfortune can destroy it. Stoics do not deny emotions. Rather, they observe emotions, understand them, and then choose how to respond. It's not that Stoics suppress or ignore their feelings, but they practice the art of responding deliberately, with wisdom and calm, rather than reacting impulsively. As the Stoic philosopher Epictetus wisely said, it's not events themselves that disturb us, but our judgments about them. By changing how we think about what happens to us, we change how we experience the world. The foundation of Stoic philosophy rests on three core principles that guide us in how to live a good, meaningful life. The first core is virtue is the only good. Virtue isn't just about morality, it's about living excellently, cultivating a life of inner strength, integrity, and wisdom. It's the pursuit of personal growth and the honing of our best qualities. The four cardinal virtues of Stoicism are wisdom, the ability to know what's truly good and what is harmful; courage, the willingness to face fear, adversity, and difficulty without shrinking away; justice, acting fairly towards others, treating them with respect and fairness; and self-discipline, mastering one's desires, impulses, and appetites, especially when they might distract us from higher goals. The second core is living in accordance with nature. In Stoic terms, nature refers not only to the physical world, but to human nature, our capacity for reason, reflection, and choice. The Stoics believed that we should live in harmony with our natural, rational selves. This means living by reason, striving to think clearly, and making wise decisions, rather than being swept away by passions or external influences. And the final core is the dichotomy of control. This principle teaches us to focus on what is in our control, like our thoughts, our actions, and our reactions. But we also must accept with grace that many things, like the behavior of others, the weather, or even our own health, are beyond our control. The Stoic path is not about forcing the world to bend to our will, but about choosing how we engage with it. So, how did the Stoics put their philosophy into action? How did they live it every day? One of the practices Stoics use to cultivate resilience is imagining the challenges that might arise at the start of each day. Premeditatio malorum, foreseeing the hardships. This isn't just to make us anxious or pessimistic, but to help us mentally prepare for adversity. By anticipating difficulties, we can approach them with calm and grace when they inevitably come. Another Stoic practice involves reflecting on the impermanence of things. This is known as negative visualization. It involves imagining losing something you love, a job, a relationship, a possession, in order to deepen your gratitude for what you currently have. This practice helps lessen our attachment to things that are temporary, allowing us to focus on what really matters. The Stoics believed in taking time each night to reflect on the day's actions. This involves reviewing where we acted with wisdom, courage, and justice, as well as where we gave into passion or fear. By reflecting in this way, we set our intentions for improvement the following day. Now, imagine a day in the life of an ancient Stoic philosopher. The Athenian sun rises, and you prepare yourself for the day ahead, not with dread or expectation, but with calm acceptance. You know that today you will face challenges, insults, disappointments, losses, but you remind yourself that these external events are not in your control. What matters is how you respond. Let's break down some situations you might face as a Stoic. You face an insult. You feel anger rise within you, but you pause. You realize that the insult is not under your control, only your response to it is. You choose not to let the insult disturb your inner peace. Or a deal might collapse. You feel disappointment and frustration, but you remember loss is part of life. It's inevitable. You allow yourself a moment to mourn, but then refocus on the things you can control, your actions, your thoughts, and your next steps. As the day comes to an end, you reflect on your choices. Did I act with wisdom today? Did I respond with courage or fear? By reviewing your actions and thoughts, you set yourself up for better choices tomorrow. This process of self-reflection is crucial in building a life aligned with Stoic principles. There are several myths about Stoicism that can make it seem unappealing or misunderstood, so let's clear them up. The first myth is that Stoics are cold and unfeeling. That's not true. Stoics feel emotions deeply, but they choose not to let emotions dictate their actions. They seek to understand their feelings, but they do not let themselves be ruled by them. Another myth is that Stoics are passive. Stoics are not passive. They act with courage, justice, and self-discipline, but they do so without attachment to outcomes. They focus on the process, not the result. And finally, Stoicism means isolation, which is just not true. Stoicism values community and friendship. Stoics believe in loving wisely, with understanding, and without fear of loss. In a world that often feels chaotic, unpredictable, and overwhelming, Stoicism offers timeless wisdom. In a time when we're encouraged to strive for more wealth, more status, more things, Stoicism asks us to focus on what we can control. It teaches us to cultivate our inner world rather than trying to control the external one. Even in today's world, modern therapies like cognitive behavioral therapy build on Stoic principles. Business leaders, athletes, creatives, and many others draw strength from Stoic wisdom. The Stoic path remains not outdated, but more relevant than ever. Ask yourself today, what truly lies within my control? Where am I wasting energy fighting things I cannot change? How can I respond to life with wisdom, courage, justice, and discipline? You don't need perfect circumstances to live well. You need only your own clear mind, steady, strong, and free. Thank you for spending this time with me. If you enjoyed today's journey, please like, subscribe, and leave a comment. Maybe share how Stoicism has helped you or how it could fit into your life. And let me know, what should we explore next? Until next time, keep questioning, keep reflecting, and stay curious.